So we're getting ready to put the first coat down. This is the pre-coat. So the INTERLUX pre-coat. And I'm just going to use this little paint dipper. The pre-coat, why I paint it first before doing my final puttying is because there's always imperfections, but you can't really tell sometimes with a coat of paint on it. So sometimes you end up spending a lot of time worrying about an imperfection that really isn't going to show up after the paint is on. So what I normally do is just do one coat of the primer after, well, I mean, obviously fill in the obvious imperfections. But I just do one coat of primer, so that way I don't spend too much time fixing things that you can't see anyways. Oh, it's getting there.
So yeah, we finished the bow on the paint, and it looks pretty good.
A lot better than with all these marks, eh?
Yeah, and then also,
and this is just the primer.
That's white. This is what the deck what the actual color of the deck is right now is yellow. Like it looks yellow.
It used to be white.
Yeah, it used to be white.
Yeah, that's like how old this paint is and bleached, sun dried. It's like terrible. Whoa!
Mm-hmm. Well, don't fall off.
The 333 liquid.
Huh.
It's everything is very slippery. And these are just 4-inch rollers. Taking a while, but it seems to be doing an okay job, eh?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it looks after a second coat.
I mean, you can clearly see the difference from what color the deck is now, and then the new color.
What it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, for a long day, took about 2 hours to put the first coat primer down. So I'll just give you kind of a quick look here. It's looking pretty good. It's already tack dry. And yeah, I can't believe it's already dry. Tack dry. It's hot in here though. So that's what we got. The wind is doing something crazy here. Hopefully I have a roof again tomorrow. But so tomorrow we're putting the second coat on of primer, and this is the pre-coat. See the top coats. So hopefully if we can do 2 tomorrow, that'd be awesome. In other words, the second coat of primer in the morning and put the first top coat at the end of the day. That'd be kind of cool, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, thank you. But so we're off to Canadian Tire. We stopped. I don't know if you can see the compressor. Instead of painting with the roller, I did an okay job, but there's like overlap and things where I'm not the greatest foam roller. I'm actually spray better. So I said, okay, I'm going to get the compressor and the spray kit, and I'm going to spray the top coats and the next coat of primer on there as well. So so that's what I'm going to do, and it's looking pretty good overall. Like there's little imperfections, of course. It's an old boat, so there's little nicks and things everywhere, but Overall, I think it's just looks so much better now being one color. The faded, muted colors here and there, so that was a bit of a mess. So we're just going to stop at Canadian Tire, get some painter's tape and some acetone so I can clean the tools after my paint gun. And yeah, and then I think we should be able to get the last few coats on the next couple of days, and we'll be done with the top coat and start putting it back together. You gotta use the end of the scissors like this.
Yep, he's just cleaning the thing with acetone. Oh, it's loud.
I gotta get my mask on.
I have to put a mask on too, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll go get mine.
Get rid of your hat. It's gonna get painted.
Yep.
So I've got the paint at or the pressure at 55 pounds, because by the time it gets up here it's probably more like about 45 pounds. It loses a bit in the gun and then in the air hose quite long. It's been my experience, and it seems to work best for me at 55 pounds. And this is the pre-coat. Supposed to work?
Works?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeehaw!
May 15th. It's the first time on the boat in quite a long time since the COVID outbreak. I haven't really had a lot of I don't even know what that is. It's like some putty or something. I have to scrape all that off my boat. But anyways, this is where I left off. I had the repairs going on down below, so I put those through hulls in. Got the 3M 5200, I think it was. There's a few little paint chips I've got to take care of on the hull, but I got pretty much that all done. I tested the engine today, and the engine's working, so I'm actually not too far off being able to float and steer, but I got to get my wheel back on. So anyways, just to give the condition of the boat, we painted this in the winter time when there was a cover. and there was a bit of damage on the boat. I'll just put this around here. So you can kind of see the condition of the boat right now. It's pretty dirty. All of my roof contraption fell off. It was broke. I'm just filming it so I can have a memory of what it all looks like. But this is what I'm going to have to repair. When the roof fell in, it basically crashed all of the top down. So hopefully it doesn't rain too much until I get my windows back in. Right now my windows, I just taped them on for lack of anything else better to do. So yeah, it's my repair. I still gotta put all the fairing compound in there, and I didn't paint any of the back here yet. I didn't get in here yet either. The damage from the roof caving in, there was a big storm with 100 km/h winds, and I wasn't allowed on the boat. So basically snow, wind blew it all in and just scraped the hell out of the boat on a number of areas. There's just a lot of dirt on it right now, so I imagine that if I gave it a good cleaning, it probably wouldn't look so bad. Because this is all fresh paint now. It just looks like crap because of the dirt all over it. So I'm back here tomorrow from 12:30 till 3:30, and that's the 16th, and then I'm allowed on the 17th for 3 hours, and then that's it. So I've got a lot to do in 6 hours, so it basically took me the whole time just to get the roof off and assess what I needed to do and pick up my tools and get them all packed up. So appreciate your likes and any comments that you have on the videos, and I hope to have some better updates soon. Hi everybody, it's May 21. And busy here working on Northern Comfort today. Give the wash, we gave the deck a wash, and now I'm just washing the hull down, get the winter off it, and then just checking. There's a lot of little spots where ropes and things kind of chafed away at it, so I just want to do a little touch-up paint there. And then tomorrow I'm going to paint the just another coat of anti-foul. Probably doesn't really need it because I did this mid-year and I did 2 coats, but just I don't know, looks a little weird because I did some patches. I filled in the through holes here that were for the engine intake, which I don't need anymore, and I rechecked the repair last year because I didn't get enough paint on it. Just gave it a light sanding, and then up here front we put the new sensors in. So we took the through hole that was here, made it a little bit bigger, and put a new bronze one in there, and then the Raymarine depth sensor and speed sensor, speed and temperature, I've got in there. So basically I had to make those holes bigger for the from the previous sensors that were there, the old Signet Marine ones that didn't work. So yeah, so I'm just doing a little cleaning right now. There's some scratches up on the hull there. I don't know how to get rid of those. So it's Saturday, May 29th, and I've been working slowly here on this anti-skid. Really do need it. So I've gotten this tape down, and I'm just going to tape in the other half here now. glue. I've mixed up my estimation anyway, about a quart of paint here from the big gallon. It might be a little less, so I'm not too sure, but pretty close to a quart. And what I did was bought some of this INTERLUX Intergrip, and what you do is you mix this with the paint for about 15 minutes, and what it does is it absorbs the paint and it becomes a anti-skid surface, so when you walk on it you don't slip. So basically it's small little pebbles in here. So the original anti-skid deck was just getting worn over the years and the paint was dead. So I just taped up the decks, and I've mixed this in here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this down for my anti-slip. So basically I added about 2/3 of the can, so about 6 ounces. And I've got about a quart. It said to add 4 to 6 ounces, so I put 6, and I'm just a little bit less than a quart. And it's supposed to absorb the paint actually, because it's a synthetic material. Yeah, so I'm going to apply this and then let it dry, and then peel the tape. Oh, there was 2 methods of applying this actually. One method is if you're in the middle of painting the deck, so in other words, you've laid your base paint down and then you've taped, and then you're doing your anti-skid, you can just sprinkle it on, let it dry, and then you put your second coat over. But method is actually when you put it in the paint, and that's actually what the method I'm doing. So I've mixed it directly into the paint here. It's interesting too, I can feel that the paint is actually thickened with it. It looked like a powder, but it's supposed to be like little micro balls. So I'll use this to keep stirring it when I'm even outside, and but I'll apply with foam roller. Well, I got the second coat down. Basically, I waited about 3 hours, and then I could walk on it. It was touch dry, and I managed to escape these crazy clouds. There's huge clouds coming by, but we haven't had any rain. So I managed to get the second coat down. It's just looking pretty good. Sure.
Are they the same ones you used last time?
Yeah.
Do you know where they go?
I kind of fidgeted them with them a couple of times during the season. So. Sure.